Party, party. Word on the block is Willow Creek likes to party. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am Pretty Poison, a South African simmer, and today I share with you a rather fun build. So I decided to make a party venue for Willow Creek. Obviously you can put this lot in any world, it doesn't have to just be in Willow Creek, but I built it for Willow Creek. So this is a party venue that has kind of like a few different party setups, so there can actually be maybe like 5 parties going on at the same time, so to speak, you know. But yeah, so basically there's 5 different party sections in this build that has like kind of a different theme. Each one is a bit different, and then if you have a party here, you can decide like what theme you want to go for. So this party venue is also like a limited pack build, so I only used Get Together and Party Essentials kit for this build. I will just confirm that's the only packs and kits I used. I will put it in the description, but I believe those are the only 2 that I use for this build, and then obviously your base game items. So I thought it was fun to just do a little limited pack build so that maybe more people can use it that don't have all the other packs and stuff. So I thought that would be a nice idea. So at the moment I'm just like working out the shell of this build and just getting a feel for the layout of how I want to set this up. And I put a roof on there. I experimented a bit with the roofing, tried out some different stuff. I didn't like it, so I ended up doing a more modernized type of style for the roof, and I think it turned out really great. You know, I tried to give it a bit of a modern look from the outside, and yeah, I used some brick textures for the foundation part of the build. As you can see there, I put columns all around the build. That's something I generally don't do, is putting columns like on the walls. Like I would do it for the porches, but just putting columns on the walls of the building, I don't really do that usually. But then I decided, you know what, let's try and experiment a bit for this build. I think it looks really great actually. So that is something I am actually looking to do more in my builds, is to make use of columns more in my builds, whether it's on the outside or on the inside of the build. I really would like to try and incorporate columns more into my build, and I feel like it can really create a different, how can I say, styles in your build. Also, it helps separate different areas. Like for example, if I'm going to use 2 different wallpapers in one room, I can use a column to separate the 2, otherwise it sometimes looks a bit weird. Sometimes it actually works, you know, putting 2 different wallpapers next to each other, but then other times it might look a bit weird, I don't know. Or that's just me and how I feel about that. Anyways, so I'm busy on the 2nd floor of this build. I'm making the public bathrooms. So this build has 4 public bathrooms. Each bathroom has a toilet and a basin, so it's not like those tall toilet thingies that you get from, I think, High School Years and the new Business and Hobbies pack that came out not too long ago. So I made it an actual little bathroom, so that's why there's like 4 different rooms for that, so that there is enough bathrooms for all the party goers to use, you know, when they need to. So I tried to work a bit smart here and instead of doing each bathroom, because I mean it's gonna be the same for public lot, I think it's fine to be the same. I literally just made 1 bathroom and then I copied it over to all 4 corners of the 2nd floor. I was like, there's no need for me to make different bathrooms, because in a public venue I think just making it the same overall, you know, it's not like a house where you want to decorate it and make it all fancy. It's just a public restroom, it doesn't need to be fancy. So that's why I was like, I'm just gonna take the 1 and copy it over. Then I used these windows from the Get Together pack, which is really interesting. I've never used these windows before, but recently I've used it now in 2 of my builds and I think it looks so cool actually. And it's not really like windows, because can't see inside or outside with it, so I don't really know how that works, but I think it gives the build a nice texture, you know, some different textures in the build. It makes it really look cool. And also it's a party place, so I mean you want to get a little funky with the build, I think. Then for the 2 party venues downstairs, I gave them a little kitchen. Now the reason I did this is because I previously made a party venue and I didn't put any stuff for kitchen. And for me, like, the issue was, if I want to throw a birthday party there, I need to remember to make a cake at home and bring it with. So to combat that possibility of forgetting to bring the cake, I added the kitchen here so that your Sims can actually just make the cakes and stuff at the venue. So there is no like struggles, or like if you accidentally forgot to bring a cake, you can still make one. There's a kitchen. Also, then maybe your Sims can hire a caterer or whatever to make food for the party. You know, they can make all sorts of food and stuff. So I think the kitchen idea is really awesome, because now it opens up more opportunities for your Sims to have an awesome party. So the kitchen area is just for the 2 party venues downstairs. While knowing how Sims function, the Sims aren't gonna necessarily stay at the party area you want them to stay at. Like, for example, if you want them to have their party in the green room, they aren't necessarily gonna stay there. I know they're probably gonna go wherever they want and go to the other party areas and stuff. So there isn't really much we can do to keep them there, unless, I don't know if you can like lock them in the room, you know, lock the doors and stuff once everybody's in the room. It's a bit of a hassle, I'm not sure. So that is something to keep in mind. It's not to say your Sims are gonna just party in that one section, but the idea is there, you know. That's all that matters, is we use our imagination and we take an idea and we go with it, basically. So for the bottom, these 2 bottom party venues, I used a lot of party essential stuff. So this is kind of like a party place where you can dance, listen to music. There's some seating areas, like a lounge type of vibe, so you can just sit and chill. And then we also have some like dining tables, so your Sims can actually sit here and eat. So I mean, you can even host a dinner party at this location, I would say. But ideally I would rather host a dinner party at home. That's just me. But also the vibe I was getting from this green room is a birthday party, you know, even if it's for like the kiddies. That's why I have like all the pastel colors for the balloons and those wall tiles from Party Essentials. And of course, what's a party without a disco ball light? And I absolutely love the disco ball. It is so cool. I tried my best to get some good lighting in this room using the Party Essential kit lighting, but it was a little bit dim. I would say there's a lot of dark corners, but then I felt like, you know what, it's okay. Like, if I think back to party venues and when you go to crazy parties maybe or something, there's a lot of dark corners as well, so I think it looks fine. Also, the smoke machine, because I mean, how awesome is a smoke machine on the dance floor? We have to have that. So now you can see, yeah, I'm adding some like chairs and couches. Well, it's actually those blow up couches from base game, which I absolutely love. It is so cool, these couches. Like, I wish I had one for real, but at the same time I would never, because I have cats and they will just pop it and it will blow down, you know. So that wouldn't work for me, but I really do like them, and the colors they come in is so pretty. So yeah, I tried to add a bit more colorfulness in this party area with those blow up couches and chairs. Then I also made use of these get together wall lights, which is again another item I've never used before, but I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's move on to the red room. So the red room has very much similar vibes to the green room, but I did change it up. I didn't want it to be a copy and paste type of situation, you know, like the bathrooms. Hello. Oops. Anyways, so yeah, the red room has 4 separate tables, so it's not like one big family style table. It is 4 separate tables, so you can kind of like maybe you have party goers who don't like each other, it's fine, they can sit at different tables, problem solved. Also, this area has a TV, you know, the Party Essentials TV with the backlight that is all colorful. I absolutely love that TV, it is so cool. And then we also have like a little dance floor area and also balloons. I tried to put in a lot of balloons because I really wanted to give the whole party vibe. Or at least for these 2 party rooms downstairs, I wanted to give that whole party vibe, like birthday party celebration style stuff with all the balloons. So for the other areas, I'm not gonna put the balloons in all the areas because I wanted to give different style party zones. But for this one, this will have a lot of balloons. Okay, enough of the balloons. I'm going on about balloons for no reason at all. So this party area is very lit up because those Party Essential ceiling lights, those little balls hanging down, they are very bright, which actually I love because I like bright lights in my builds. I don't like this dim lights, but I know some people prefer the dimmer lights to like set the mood and whatever, which is totally fine. I do try sometimes to build with different lighting and not just the bright lights all the time, but bright lights is my favorite. So I put some neon lights there on the wall by the it's not really a radio or stereo type of situation, it's more like a record player, I would say. And now I'm just checking out what can I do in the common areas. This is the staircase, so in the middle is the staircase. You can hang your coats, maybe you can maybe take your shoes off. You don't have to, it depends what kind of party it is, I guess. I mean, I've heard of parties where you take your shoes off, but then you also get ones where you don't want to take your shoes off because maybe the floor gets all dirty and stuff, you know, that would be a bit gross. So for this common area, I just put some seating, so maybe someone's tired of partying and they just want to get away or just have like a moment to themselves, then they can come to this area and just like take a seat. Or maybe, you know, this party goers that are wasted, they can literally just come and pass out on the couch. And hopefully nobody will bother them until they have to go home, obviously. And then I also lastly put the streamers on the ceiling. I do that part last because I feel like while I'm building, it's kind of in my way to like see properly, to build and all that stuff. So that was my last touch to these 2 party rooms. Now we're heading upstairs. So for the upstairs party areas, it will also be 2 party areas, but they're going to be outside on the balconies. So for this first one, I kind of went for a futuristic neon blue type of vibe, and then I also used these base game lights, or not lights but like bushes with the lights on them, which is my favorite. I absolutely love these bushes with the lights on them. You get that like square one, and then you get the more cylinder type shaped one as well that is a bit longer, but I love using these lights so much. So yeah, this is just a little futuristic type of light. So yeah, this is just like a futuristic type of little party area where I use the get together bar, which looks really cool, and the Party Essentials light on the wall, the neon lights, is also blue. So it just kind of worked out that everything happened to have this neon blue type of vibe to it. So I really love that this stuff came together like that. And then some more Party Essential neon lights on the wall just to create some funk in this build. And then I also put some like benches, so there is a bit more seating area because it is a rather small space to work with. Now for the other side of the balcony, I again use these space game bushes with the lights, and this side I feel like it's more of a mature vibe, maybe for more mature audience. So in this area I have the Party Essentials bar, which is also one of my favorite bars. It is so simple, but it's really awesome. Anyways, I put some instruments there as well so that they can maybe have some live entertainment. So it's a little bit of a lounge type of vibe in this balcony party area, but I think it looks really awesome. I'm sort of picturing like a jazz night in this party area, but we don't have trumpets and stuff like that. You know, those type of instruments, which is a little sad. Like, why don't we have such instruments in Sims? That would be so freaking cool. But in any case, so I put the violin and the guitar there, but I also put a record player so that they don't have to have live entertainment. So they can also just come relax here. Maybe they like the setup a bit better than the other setups, or it matches their theme, whatever the case is. I put some streamers and balloons as well on the wall. It's kind of giving me golden oldies vibe, you know, like that new casket that came out. I'm kind of getting that vibe there. I feel like older Sims are gonna party in that zone. Okay, now we move on to the 5th party area, which will be the backyard of this building, the outside party area, like the real outside party area. I know the balcony areas are also outside, but this is the real outside area. Anyways, there's 2 hot tubs. We have a barbecue with a lot of tables and chairs. I actually like this party area the most. It is my most favorite. Then I have some couches as well. So yeah, this is for like a huge party. This is really like if you're gonna have a lot of guests over for the party, this will be the section you want to use for this party, because there's a lot of stuff to do. The barbecue, you got the hot tubs, there's a lot of seating area. There's also gonna be the DJ booth. Of course, we have to have the DJ booth. I also use these base game buffet tables, which gives a lot of there's a lot of space to put food there as well, so this party can have a lot of snacks. They might have to make use of the kitchen in one of the other party zones if they don't want to just have barbecue food. So yeah, but I mean, that's fine. Like I said, Sims is not gonna have 5 parties here at the same time anyways, so you can make use of those stuff. They at the end of the day, they're gonna use this party building however they want to. The Sims are gonna party in different zones. It's not tied down to one zone, is what I'm trying to say, you know. So I tried to do some more landscaping to this build. You see there, I used the more cylinder shape bushes with the lights. I think it looks really awesome. And then just put some trees in the front yard. Also this party essential, like the stand with the sign to show, oh, this type of party is happening here, kind of vibes. I tried to match it to the theme of the party area. Obviously I couldn't do it 100% with all of them, but I tried my best. And now I'm back to the landscaping. I'm so sorry, with my builds I go in and out. I'm doing interior, then I'm doing out or exterior, not, I almost said out area. Imagine that was a word. It sounds weird. Okay, enough of that. So yeah, I'm finishing off this build. As you can see, I put the DJ booth there now, and I decided to put a little like fence behind it just to close it off a bit to the stairs. You don't want it just to be all openish. If that makes sense to you guys, I'm not sure, but in my mind I know what I'm talking about. And then some terrain paint as well. But yeah, I'm still going to do some final touches, so the video is not over yet. I hope you guys do stick to the end. Please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this build, and also if you have any suggestions for other builds, you can also let me know that. Especially community lots, like I mainly just do houses, but I'm trying to like do some more community lot type of builds. So if you have any type of community lots you are looking for but you haven't found yet, you can also let me know. I can try and make that for you. No promises though. But I really enjoyed making this build. I think it's a fun build and I loved having parties here. Actually, I play tested it because all my builds are play tested. So I did play test it and it is functional, and you can party here easily in all 5 the zones. So that's just a side note, it has been play tested. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm trying to finish up, but now I'm talking more and more. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Poison out.